Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again here for our weekly e-vlog slash American Truck Simulator. It is a beautiful day down here in Concord, North Carolina. I know I'm going to be shot because some people say Concord. It's Concord, North Carolina. It's Concord, New Hampshire. Get it right? All right. Hello, everybody. Happy to have you back on for another week here with Frog Dog Racing. Very excited to be heading to Atlanta Motor Speedway for our second Xfinity race. Now, I really want to make sure that I'm letting everybody know we are not running a full season of Xfinity. I'll explain it a little bit more on the drive, but kind of my points that I want to make here. Yes, we did not do that great at Daytona. We almost made it halfway. I was so proud. And we're probably not going to do great at Atlanta, especially Atlanta's new configuration. We're probably going to crash. I'm just giving everybody a heads up. I don't have a ton of experience. I just hope if and when we crash, we're not going to take a bunch of people out with us. So, with that being said, we're heading out with our Xfinity car that has a brand new paint scheme. So those of you who are here just for American Truck Simulator might want to actually check out the e-vlog. It's supposed to be really good. I know the guy who makes it. Let's climb on in and we'll see our route for today on in. And this is what our route is looking like. So, we're going to be leaving from Charlotte, heading down 85 all the way through, South Carolina. Then we're going to head into Georgia. It is really only a 4-hour drive. It's about 1 o'clock now. It's going to be 4-ish when we get there, closer to 5. Check-in's 5. Hauler Parade is at 6 today. Today is Thursday. The haulers will be going in. We have practice and qualifying on Friday. And the race actually on Sunday. Yes. Nope, sorry. Practice qualifying on Friday. Race on Saturday. Why did I think Sunday? Either way, let's hit the road and we'll see you down in Atlanta, shall we? All right. Ooh, that was a rather large bump out of there. I didn't know that the storm drain was that deep. Jeez. But hello, everybody. Very happy to be able to be here with you today for a little bit of truck sim and a little bit of truck sim news. I'm very excited for this as well, to be able to share what's new. Let me just get out of here first. Forgot reset trip meter. Beautiful. Back at 0, and off we go. Got about 12,000 miles on this thing. What is fun, to me, at least, we get to head out to California next. Well, West Coast, I should say. We're going to be racing in Las Vegas and at Phoenix. I can't remember which order that actually goes in. But I'm really excited about that, and I'm really excited for the trip out. Of course, that is going to mean that it is going to be a time lapse for you all, but I think you guys will still enjoy it, and I like being able to put the miles on the truck. Now, you notice that if you're very observant, the miles on the truck are different from the end of the last video, and that is because, get a little bit of air down here, and that's because it's not on camera, but we actually drive the truck back. I love being able just to sit in the driver's seat, put on the radio, and just drive. So really big fan of just being able to do that. But I'm very excited to be heading off to Atlanta for this next race. I'll talk a little bit about American Truck Sim now, and then I'll get a little bit into the racing. So, new things on Truck Sim that are coming your way. We have a brand new, to me, it's been out for a while, but I'm very excited to cover it and why we're going to be covering it. We have a new to us Freightliner RV. It is a toter home that does work with the pre-existing toter home trailer that we have. Doesn't exactly look the part, but it's going to get it done when we just want to go and do super late model races in certain places and don't want to bring up, this huge rig. And for the Winter Series that should be returning this year, as long as I don't fall off of a roof and break my back. So that's coming your way. One thing that I know that a lot of people have been looking forward to that I've been looking forward to, that I can't wait to be able to share as well, is we are bringing back bus. I can't say bus simulator because there's an actual bus simulator out now. We are actually bringing back the Greyhound bus, a newer version of said Greyhound bus from the original ones that I made. And for those of you who are like, bus, what do you mean bus coming back? We don't remember any bus. You wouldn't. I mean, you might not. If you've been around this long, one, I applaud you. It's some of the first videos that were here on the channel that were what I would call successes. Don't forget, when you first start posting on YouTube, unless you have a bunch of friends that you can send things to, which I do not, you're at the whim of the algorithm if anything actually gets sent out to anybody or shows up on a search list. It was about, like, you know, started at none, and then I went to 10 for views, and then we were looking at like 10 views per video or something like that. Our first 100 views or more came from American Truck Simulator, but driving Greyhound. Why are you... Yeah, you're not taking the exit. What are you doing? Oh, I guess because that whole part of the road's set at 35. I'm not slowing down 35 on a highway. So yeah, we are bringing back Greyhound Bus Simulator, kind of. It adds a little bit more that we can do here in the sim. Here's the thing. I like playing American Truck Simulator. But, even with all the DLCs, what do I like to do more? I like to do what we're doing right now. I like being able to, not go 77 miles an hour down the highway. I like driving my Featherlight around. By far my favorite thing to do. My favorite thing to pass time. You know, all that good jazz. So, driving a regular trailer around doesn't super make me happy. Or do I have the time to be able to do it? I'm able to kind of pocket this together for 2 separate videos, and I'm like, yep, this is great, and I obviously like driving this trailer. But I want to make sure that I'm giving good content to you guys as well. So, look forward to it in the future. A couple new things coming here to American Truck Simulator. A couple new mods that we're trying to get working properly is interior lights here for the Mac Anthem, as well as, oh gosh, what was the other one? I had a whole other mod that I tried to put in, and honestly I can't even remember what it was, so oops on that. So that'll be some fun things to be able to do. Excuse me. And I'm also letting you know, because we're not going to be doing, this is where it's going to switch a little bit into racing as well, we're not going to be doing a super ton of Xfinity races. We'll be doing our Wheel & Modified Tour races, where there's a couple that will actually go out west because of where I want to go for substitute tracks, such as Slinger Speedway. That's out. Very excited to go there. World's fastest quarter mile, sorry, which reminds me a lot of Monadnock. So that's going to be in there. So we've got a couple West Coast trips that we're already going to be making this year anyway. But I also want to give you a heads up. Coming to iRacing is the SRX series. Now, the SRX itself is on hold this year. I don't think it's going to come back exactly what it was before. For those of you who don't know, SRX is the Superstar Racing Experience, and it's really where they take drivers from all divisions that they possibly can. Formula One, Indy, NASCAR, retired NASCAR, Rally, everything. And they put 12 of them on a track together and they race for fun. That's really what it comes down to, is fun. And I got to see the very first SRX race. I'd seen it every year up until last year because I was already in Loudon at the time. The new bus just drove by the way. The Greyhound bus. You can get it without a paint scheme. It just went by. So that's super exciting on the horizon. With that, dun-dun-dun, we are going to be driving our own hauler for the SRX series, where I have a new Featherlight trailer, and we are going to be driving a Freightliner to and from those events. Now, as of right now, there's only 6. I am going to, because it should be coming out in 2 weeks, I believe. I will be, actually I can look at it right here. Yep, 2 weeks. Week 11 of 13 of iRacing. In 2 weeks, we are going to be doing some test sessions with it. So we might actually take her out for a spin before the series starts in the summer of this year. But that's something that I'm very excited about, and I'm excited to share with you guys, really. So yeah, some cool things coming for Truck Sim. Of course, it's going to be a lot of just driving around our Featherlight trailer. But I think one of the things that appeals to me for American Truck Sim, and I don't know if it does for you or not, I like just being able to drive around with the world. Now, the coast-to-coast map, I couldn't even tell you that we're driving coast-to-coast map right now. I mean, some drastic changes like that in the road, which happen, because they've done such a good job filling in the blanks. Now, I'll really find out when we head out west to see how good that actually becomes, this coast-to-coast map. But if anybody remembers some of our first videos, actually the first videos on the channel, we're driving a Featherlight trailer, NASCAR style. That was our original thing on the channel, was driving around for our iRacing time trials career. And here we are, what, 5 years later? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Going on 6 years later, and we're still doing it, which is cool. Yeah, so you know that really comes my favorite thing to do. And the coast-to-coast map, if you remember from way back when. Oh, here's a good example, by the way, of truck matching trailer now. Love it. Best mod that's out there that better never leave. Ever, 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 ever. But yeah, if you look back at some of those original videos, the coast-to-coast map would be just these green hills. No trees, no environment. It was a road with green hills, not even that tall, on both sides. And that was it. Welcome to Georgia, everybody. So it was really cool to see, like right now, look at this. There's not much past the trees, but that's what we get to see. That's so cool. All right, about an hour and a half left. I'm going to still sit over here in the fast lane. I thought that was one of the new trucks. I don't know if the new RV will actually show up driving on the road in the sim or not. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. But I'm telling you, I'm loving driving this Mac. I love being able to make these videos for you. I know it's a little bit shorter this week. Next week, we're obviously going out west, so that'll be a time lapse. The week after, that's a very nice paint scheme. The one that we just passed. But when we go from Phoenix to Las Vegas, or Las Vegas to Phoenix, I can't remember which direction it goes, I will make sure that we actually make a video of that driving and talking and all that stuff. Do let me know down in the comments if you made it this far, by the way, whether you like time lapses or if you don't mind me chit-chatting at you for a little while. Looks like it's going to rain. I'm hoping the rain's going to stay away for the weekend. Now that that lane opened up, I know we got a bit, but I'm going to cruise right over here as we head over to Atlanta and get over here in this slow lane. And you know what? I think it's time for a screenshot and to welcome back in the vlog series portion, and we'll talk a little bit about racing. All right, let's see. So yeah, we are about, what, 50 minutes or so away from pulling into Atlanta to be able to get ourselves ready to head into the garage here for... Oh, I don't even actually know the name of the race. I just know it's 163 laps. That's a problem. I should probably know that, but we'll obviously be with the Xfinity series. Okay, so I actually wanted to talk about last week, because I know that a lot of people watched that race. A lot. 1,000. Over 1,000 views. Didn't watch the whole thing. That's fine. And I did make chapters, so it was a little bit easier to follow. But it was a good, fun race. It did get broken up a little bit at the end. We were obviously out of it at that point, where due to pit cycles, people kind of got broken up. And I think it's going to probably happen here at Atlanta again. So hopefully we can keep the action close for you guys. Let's slow down a little bit. 'cause I was gonna say it should be a sweeping kind of thing. Ah, here comes the rain. I knew it was coming. Windows up. Hopefully this will just be a quick passing shower, and you know, unlike Daytona, what it was, it'll won't be a complete rain out of a weekend because we got to get out west. But yeah, so last week, I know we talked about it in that vlog, but I'll talk about it here a little bit as well. I'm not disappointed on how our race went. I think that we brought a really fast car, and we were just in unfortunate circumstances of somebody getting a little bit jumpy as a car got close to side draft. We never actually made contact with this car, because some people are asking that. They're like, well, you hit them. I actually didn't. So there's that. I got close to try to side draft off of them. They kind of panicked, bumped themselves out of line. As they overcorrected, they came up, got us in the left rear quarter panel, and sent us partially into the field, which I tried to avoid, which ended up slamming us into... I feel like this is still going to link back up. We could have taken that little road, couldn't we? And you don't know. Yeah. 100% what could have happened. So there's that. So yeah, that sucked, unfortunately. But I'm just here for fun. I'm here for fun, but I also don't want to make an ass of myself every single week. Now, this week's a little bit different. This is like a super speedway, but you shrunk it down. That's kind of what I say about the new Atlanta, for anybody who ever asks. So, do know that. I just hope that if I'm involved in an accident, I'm not the cause, or at least I don't take out a ton of people. Whew! A big bump in the road there. Eeh. Spooky. I like this nice long off-ramp. That was actually really neat. Let's get ourselves slowed down here and get ourselves parked in the rain. Got here plenty of time before check-in, which is great. Again, a nice 4-hour drive, nothing. Oh, what was it, 218 miles, something like that? It's like a field day for us, nice and slow. Well, nice and local, I should say. And get us over here. Oh, it's a pedestrian crossing sign. Okay, I couldn't honestly tell what that was. Coming down, gonna get us turned in. This week, also, you'll notice a new paint scheme on the car. I think this is the first time you get to see where I actually figured out spec maps, y'all, for iRacing. We've got chrome numbers. We've got a paint on the car that will match the trailer, which is really cool. All right, Atlanta, here we come. Over at the oil refinery, as we usually do. We try to keep it consistent from video to video. And we would be parking last in line anyway, because we are not a points-earning truck. Well, car. I'm actually going to turn off the windshield wipers for now. Did you just auto on? Did you just sass me and auto on my windshield wipers? Thank you. Let's get this on over here, get ourselves parked and set up for the night. And we will hit it tomorrow. Fast and hard. On track. Trying to get the trailer over as much as we possibly can. Over here, kind of as straight as we can. And I'm going to park it right about there. Let's just take a look outside. Nah, I'm at an angle. Okay, back inside. If we're going to do it, we got to do it right, y'all. Oh, if we're going to fake it, we're going to fake it right. Oh. You did not interact with that curb well, did you? Luckily, we don't have anybody beside us yet, so we're one of the stragglers kind of coming in. Better. All right, get that up. Stop letting the rain into the truck. All right, there's that. Lights off, engines off. Let's climb on out. All right, I could have pulled in a little bit more, kind of thinking of lining up here, but again, we are the last one in the row, so I'm not as worried about it either. But we are down here in Atlanta. I'm going to go grab a bite to eat before we call it a day, because everything on track happens tomorrow. And for those of you here for American Truck Sim, thank you guys for taking the ride with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did being able to come down here. And I do look forward to next week, even though it'll be in time-lapse, of heading down to Phoenix and or Las Vegas, because I can't remember which one it is. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.